All
Yeah,
right.
does that seem weird seeing us under World of Hyatt Inclusive Collection?
Well, I think there's always change can be good in life, and you just roll with the punches, right?
This is a great change. We're
Yeah,
very excited about it. We're going to
amazing.
dive into that in a few minutes.
All right. Well, we're going to get started. We have lots of spoiled agents on, and I want to thank everyone for joining us. We have a great lineup for you today. So, like I said, we're here with the World of Hyatt Inclusive Collection. My name is Susan Koyman from Spoiled Agent. And we have very good friends of ours here from the World of Hyatt Inclusive Collection from Canada. I think all of you know our friend Freddie Marsh, the BDM for Western Canada. Welcome, Freddie.
Thank you. Thank you. Great to be here. Hi, everybody.
And also Antoinette Lamont, which is actually at the BDM in New Jersey. Welcome. So
Thanks
great
for
to have
having
you with
me.
us. Amazing. All right, everyone. We're so excited to get started. We know everyone has lots of great questions and everything. So if you have any questions for the team, we're only going to use the Q&A for the team questions. We're going to keep the chat for the chitter chatter, if you will, because we're going to lose the questions. And I know that Antoinette's going to be really great in helping with the Q&A box because we want to finish on time so you spoiled agents could get back to selling the World of Hyatt Inclusive Collection. However, since we have our mega session with our Canada and US agents, I know that the team here has been very, very generous and there's going to be some prizes. Freddie, do you want to tell us a little bit about the prizes?
Of course, that's always the best part, right? So there's two prizes. There's one for Canada and one for the US, and it's a $50 gift card for Canada and a $50 gift card for USA.
Amazing. And you know what, guys, to qualify, you just have to stay on the question period, which means the webinar, but you do not have to necessarily ask a question, just so you know. Okay. So this session is being recorded because we love our spoiled agents. We want to make sure that everybody gets to see this on the page later. So it'll be on the pages on spoiledagent.com, World of Hyatt Inclusive Collection. It's also live on YouTube. We're live on LinkedIn. We're live on Facebook and we're live on Zoom. So, friends, I'm going to see you at the very end, and I want to thank you both in advance for coming out today.
Thanks, Susan. We'll see you in a little while. And we're live everywhere. So, hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us today and learning a little bit more about World of Hyatt Inclusive Collection. So, as you can see from our photos there, we've got a little logo on our shirt that says Playa Resorts. And that's because Antoinette and I are both have been for several years with Playa Hotels and Resorts. But as you may or may not have heard, we were bought last summer by Hyatt, and we are now part of World of Hyatt Inclusive Collection. So very exciting time. A lot of changes, and there can be a little bit of confusion. So that's why I think this mega webinar is a perfect time to kind of explain what's happening and give you some product updates. We're going to go through each. We're actually going to focus on the Playa Legacy properties. But I just wanted you to know that we are part of the World of Hyatt Inclusive Collection. We're part of that family now. And we're going to focus by destination, and we're going to talk about each resort. We're going to tell you what's happening at each property, if there's been renovations, all that kind of good stuff. Then we're also going to talk about the Confidant program, which is, of course, Hyatt Inclusive Collection's travel agent site. So, of course, Inclusive Collection has many different brands of all-inclusive resorts. They've got the Impressions, which is elevated luxury, highest level of service, and beautiful properties. We've got the Zoetree, which are the wellness and spa resorts. Hyatt Ziva and Hyatt Zalaras, and we'll explain the difference between what a Ziva and a Zalara is. Of course, there's Secrets and Dreams, there's Breathless. We also have a newer brand called Hyatt Vivid, so we'll be talking about that. Bahia Principe, I don't really actually have any information on that yet, but there's going to be information coming soon. Also, Alua, which is a European brand of resorts that are mostly in Spain. And we have our Sunscapes. But what Antoinette and I are going to talk about are the Playa Legacy properties. So that would be all of the properties that you're seeing on this map. And that heart in the background always reminds me of our service from the heart. So this is something that is part of Playa Resorts DNA. So it is our famous service from the heart, which means that we do everything with love. And one of the things that I wanted to mention is even though we are now part of Hyatt Inclusive Collection and some of our resorts have been rebranded, because you can see on the map here, we've got a Sunscape, we've got a Hyatt Vivid, there's even a Secrets and a couple of Dreams. For the majority, all of the staff has stayed the same. So we still have that wonderful service from the heart that your clients have learned to love. And it's really a core part of what we're all about. But we're going to go by destination and just give you some updates. And I think we're going to start in Jamaica. And Antoinette's going to tell us all about our beautiful resorts in Jamaica.
Yes, I sure am. As a matter of fact, let's see those hearts on the screen because Playa is all about service from the heart, guys. That is how your clients are going to maintain top-notch experience, exquisite service. We do everything from the heart, and I need to stress that immensely because I know as travel agents, you have a lot to offer your clients and there's a lot to sell out there, right? So I want you to think about our resorts as a destination that will be always serving from the heart. It makes it a lot more approachable for the clients to ask for things in real time, as opposed to maybe bottling all up and wait until they come home and, stress about something that we could have handled right there in real time. So, service from the heart is how we win. From the heart is how we provide a bulletproof sales for all of our clients that arrive to our destination. So, get your passports ready. We're going to fly over to Jamaica. Unfortunately, our Jamaica resorts are currently closed, and it has to do with the hurricane and renovations and etc. So we hope to open a resort, in a short while that will be nothing but top-notch, exquisite, and providing all of those services that you're used to. So I'm not going to hit too deep into the destinations. I am going to share some small details about them. We have on the screen Dreams Rose Hall, which is in Rose Hall, Jamaica. That is located on the Great House Rose Hall Estate. If you don't know that estate, it is a very historic estate, 18th century. So it provides a lot of exclusivity and privacy. This is going to be great for a client that's looking for a family destination that's not too far from the airport, say about 15 minutes travel time. It's one of Jamaica's top resort locations for families. They have about 495 rooms and suites. They offer 7 different restaurants, 4 bars and lounges. They do have a massive water park, and I use the word massive because it invites all of the family. You have the kiddos who are using the slides, and then I don't know if it's purposefully, but they did it. They have a slide that goes right out to the swimmer pool bar that's in the park. And then all of a sudden, all of the daddies are sliding up and down the slide, and it becomes a whole family activity. So it's great. So we have a whole lazy river. It's a beautiful estate, guys. I want you to think of this for clients who are looking for something for families with all sizes that don't want to travel too far from the airports. I want to get to some awesome amenities right there on a beach located in Rose Hall, Jamaica. Let's move on to the Hyatt Zilara Rose Hall. If you guys have been selling our resorts, you probably have sold this one before. It is a true value package. It offers such a luxury experience for a really nice price point, which I do appreciate with all of our resorts. You're going to find that is so with many of our packages, and you're going to see how much they have included for that small denominal rate that is not normal at other brands, right? You may have to spend a lot more at other destinations. But this resort is about 15 minutes from the Montego Bay International Airport. It too is located directly on the beach in the Rose Hall Great House Estate area. They have about 344 rooms and suites. It is an all-adult location. So this is going to be great for any type of client that's looking for adults getaway, whether it's romantic couples pools for the king size bedrooms, or it's a girls' trip, a birthday celebration. We do have bedrooms that offer two double beds. And we can also guarantee connecting rooms. There is a supplemental fee. We do have to check with the property before you tell your clients it's guaranteed, but we have that ability to ensure they maximize on their experience. They offer an array of options on their resort already, but right next door to them, you have another resort, which is the Hyatt Ziva Rose Hall, which if you're staying at Zilara, you get to go over to Ziva and use all of their toys and use their restaurants, bars, and everything. Okay, you just obviously don't have your room. So that's another price point value again for your clients. Two resorts for the price of one, which is a steal. At this particular resort, we have a family feel, kids activities, teen center. We do offer, oceanfront rooms and garden view rooms. They do too have the ability to guarantee connecting rooms, which I know for some families that is a must. So we just have to check with the team in real time to make sure the dates you need is available and we can lock it in. There is a supplemental fee that the clients will pay upon arrival, but this resort offers 277 spacious rooms and suites, a unique kids club activity, great entertainment, a really nice flow, and they put the jerk center on the Ziva side, I think purposefully, so that the adults will come over. You gotta come try the jerk chicken and a red stripe beer, right? And it's oceanside too, so it's perfect for the setting. And then we have Jewel Grand. Jewel Grand, Jewel Grand, Jewel Grand. This is going to give you guys a true, authentic Jamaica experience. Exactly for what you're looking for when you arrive. It's going to have the bedrooms with the mahogany furniture and beds. It's going to give you that real Jamaica celebration with the destination, with the decor and the design. But it is a phenomenal sale for your clients. I describe it as a budget-friendly, but still bragging-worthy destination because your clients want everything for nothing. I mean, I'm like that too. It's going to meet that. If your family is oversized with three kids, for example, their rooms are very spacious. They do offer an array of restaurant options as well. Gourmet, of course. They have a unique spa, the Grand Spa, and they also have some really fabulous villas and a penthouse suite. These rooms used to be uh, um, timeshare. So they're huge accommodations, oversized, great for the luggage and everybody to move around. They do have a family room that offers two bunk beds and a trundle bed. That's great. Villas are fabulous with unique pools. Guys, take a look at Jewel Grand. We're going to fly on over to the Dominican Republic. Go ahead, Freddie. Let's fly on that circle to DR. That's our plane, guys. That's the plane. So we're in the Dominican Republic. Oh, so fabulous for food, culture, atmosphere, and everything as well. And that's something that really speaks to me for whenever I go away on vacation. And it should speak to your clients as well because Playa, now Hyatt Inclusive Collection is all about the destination, guys. So food, culture, and music, you're going to find that in the DR. So we're located in a unique location, a community, in fact. It's called the Cap Cana. It's a gated community. I feel like when I arrive, it's the Calabasas of Beverly Hills, right? Gated, gates open up, gated community, manicured lawns, fabulous restaurants, cute boutiques. There's a few hotels. We have two in that location right now. Hyatt Zilara Cap Cana, guys, is a fun location for adults of all ages. Of course, you can do a fabulous girls' trip, a birthday celebration, a romantic destination, but you do have some unique options at their location that is great. They're about 15 minutes from the airport, not too far for travel time. They have a really nice white sand beach. They offer a spa that has unique services that you can book in advance for your clients, or we can send you the menu. And they too offer beds with either one king or two doubles. They do have a number of swim-up suites, oversized bedrooms with living room spaces. And next slide, Freddy, if you stay here, you can go play here. Two resorts for the price of one again, guys. Really good value for your money. Hyatt Ziva Cap Cana is right next door. This is now perfect for families, okay? You're gonna have a destination that has a lot of color to it, maybe some more family design in the restaurants, but they have a different array of restaurants to experience that is unique to their location. So you're gonna want to come over and go dine and experience their entertainment a few nights during your stay if you're staying at Zalaro. But they have a massive water park as well. They do have some unique food trucks. They do have an array of room options that is going to meet the price point for any size client. Rooms with double beds, room with a king bed. We can request adjoining as well. They're modern, they're clean, they have all the gadgets, guys. And look at that ocean view. Next slide, Freddie. I'm excited to get to the South Coast. I can't help it. I'm a scuba diver. And if you have any scuba diving clients, let's share this destination together because as per the Minister of Tourism for the Dominican Republic, and I use his name on purpose, he says, never ever do they ever get seaweeds. So I love that because it's going to provide a destination that has the picture perfect moments for weddings. It's going to provide a destination for adults who may not be used to the ocean and all of that sarcasm. Look at the ocean, guys. It's beautiful. It's always blue, and they have a number of dive sites that's pretty close boat rides to you. So I appreciate being able to locate it very close to the dive locations and not have to travel too far. Diving is an excursion. It is going to be an additional cost. But if you do have any clients that are looking for that, guys, think of us because we can make that happen as well. Their location, Secrets La Romana, has a adults only feel, 2 double beds, king beds. We can request a joining again. Dreams La Romana, fortunate for Secrets, is right next door. So you get to use and play both sides again if you're an adult, right? And if you're at the family size, and I forgot to mention this at the Hyatt Ziva Cap Cana or at the Hyatt Ziva Rose Hall, and you're an adult and want to go over to the Zilara, you can. You obviously just cannot bring the children. Same thing here. If you're at Dreams La Romana and you're an adult, you want to go dine and play at Secrets La Romana, let's take it over because you can experience some unique restaurants and entertainment and bars and lounges over there. But at Dreams La Romana, guys, I promise you we are fully equipped for families of all scenarios, right? Water park is available. Pool areas are available. It's great for groups because we do have some adult only pools and things if they have different, scenarios in the setup. They do have a really unique casino that's available if you want to get some gambling on. They're all about the Dominican Republic colors. They're close to the capital, Santo Domingo. I don't want to hear it's far to travel to for 45 minutes. That's the price you pay to get to paradise, guys. I promise it's going to be perfect location. Take it away, Freddie.
Thanks, Antoinette. So Antoinette's going to go check the Q&A and she'll be manning that. So if you have any questions, make sure you put them in the Q&A. And I agree, Antoinette, that beach at the Secrets and Dreams La Romana is probably the nicest beach I've ever seen. It is absolutely gorgeous. And also the one in Cap Cana, the Secrets or the Hyatt Ziva and Hyatt Zilara. And that is the difference between a Ziva and a Zilara. You've probably figured it out by now, is the Zivas are all ages resorts and the Zilaras are adults only, which would be 18 plus. But we're going to move over to one of my favorite places in the world. I absolutely love Mexico, and I'm going to update you on our resorts in Mexico, starting with the Hyatt Ziva Los Cabos. So this is a really popular seller from my market, which is Western Canada, because we've got lots of direct flights into Los Cabos, and the Hyatt Ziva Los Cabos is in a beautiful location just outside of San Jose del Cabo, which is the more artistic town. About 20 minutes from the airport. It's on a beautiful beach. And if you have clients that are beach walkers or like going running on the beach, they're going to love it because you can go for miles in either direction. We do not recommend swimming in the ocean here because there is a strong undertow, but the pools at this resort are phenomenal. And by the way, we heat our swimming pools. So that's very important in the winter months. For Los Cabos, that you're picking a resort that actually heats the swimming pools. And what I love is in that top left-hand photo, that's an infinity pool that comes right up to the beach. And that's actually where the swim up bar is as well. This resort also has an adults only pool. And there's a separate area for kids. So beautiful property. We just did renovations. The building on the right That whole building last winter was closed and we renovated everything in there. So that bottom right-hand photo is the new rooms in that building, and those are called deluxe rooms. So if you book any deluxe category room, they will be in the newly renovated rooms. However, there's nothing wrong with the original rooms. Some of the travel agents I was with when I was doing the site inspection actually said they preferred the older style rooms. So they're just as nice, just a little bit of a different design. I like the newer ones myself, but personal preference there. And then we've got the Hyatt Ziva Puerto Vallarta. And this resort is just, in my opinion, a piece of paradise. It is located just south of the romantic zone and the Malecon. So you're really close that you can go and enjoy that amazing atmosphere of the romantic zone of Puerto Vallarta, go for a stroll on the Malecon, do some shopping. It is technically walking. I get this question a lot. People say, is it walking distance to the romantic zone? Technically, the distance is walkable, but I wouldn't recommend it because it's quite a narrow, hilly, windy road. So I don't think it's the safest, but there is a bus stop right out front. If your clients are feeling adventurous, I take the bus all the time down there. It's great. I think it's 60 pesos, less than $1. But then there's also Ubers and taxis. So it's $6 from the resort to the romantic zone. It's like literally 10 minutes. So it's really close. But we are on this cove beach and we do not share the beach with anybody else. So it's very secluded and all the rooms face out to the ocean. We do have the club tower, which is the tower on the right. And then on the left is the main tower. And then the low-rise building between, that's where the lobby is, the spa, beautiful spa here, by the way. Largest oceanfront spa in Puerto Vallarta, I heard recently, and a lot of the restaurants. Never any reservations required except for the teppanyaki. And if you haven't been to this resort lately, we have a new Asian restaurant with teppanyaki tables. That would be the only time you'd need to make a reservation, would be for that. But all of the other restaurants are no reservations. And we just renovated the main tower. So that tower on the left, that's where all the non-club rooms are located. All of those rooms were completely renovated last winter. And this is just a special little property. I just love it. And we heat the swimming pools here. And another thing I want to point out is we have 3 brand new, well, pretty new, pickleball courts. I know there's a lot of pickleball craze out there right now, so I wanted you to know about that. So let's move over now and talk about the Caribbean side of Mexico. So starting with the Hyatt Vivid Playa del Carmen. So this was one of the resorts that we rebranded when we became part of Hyatt. So this resort is now called the Hyatt Vivid Playa del Carmen. And Hyatt Vivid is designed sort of as a bit of a younger, casual, all-inclusive, but still very nice. This is actually one of my favorite resorts. It's got a great location. It's located right on the beach, but right off Fifth Avenue, which is that really great pedestrian street that runs parallel to the beach. Super safe, really nice. I like it because when I'm at the resort, it's nice just to be able to walk in if I want to do a little shopping, maybe after dinner. I just want to go for a walk and stretch my legs. And it's just a fun, vibrant area. It's an all-suite property. This resort was renovated not too long ago. I think it was 2019. So the rooms are over 650 square feet. No reservations here for food and beverage. And by the way, something that Antoinette and I didn't mention is all of our resorts have really nice coffee shops because yes, we're all inclusive. So of course, all of your meals and alcohol and all that's included. But also, I'm not really that much of a drinker anymore, but I love my coffee first thing in the morning. So I love that I can go down to the cafe and they do all the specialty coffees, fresh fruit, I can get fresh baked goods, and all of that is part of the all-inclusive. And of course, we have smoothie bars and just really, really great food and beverage. And also at our properties, we can handle pretty much any kind of special diet. So if you have any clients that maybe have a food allergy or maybe they're gluten-free. We can really handle pretty much any kind of food allergy. So let's move over to Cancun and talk about another resort with an incredible beach. This one is the Hyatt Ziva Cancun. So this resort is located, in my opinion, the best location in Cancun. So it's right at the point of the seven, which they call that Punta Cancun. So because we're at the point, we are surrounded on three sides by water with two incredible beaches. So the top photo, you can see that is the beach where the swimming pool on that, right beside that beach, is sort of the more active pool. There's usually music every day. We have live entertainment. They're playing games. And then on the bottom photo, that's on the other side of the resort. And that's more of a quieter pool. That's usually where I'm hanging out. But the water and the water almost doesn't look real when you're there. It is like that perfect turquoise blue, crystal clear, gorgeous, gorgeous water. So Hyatt Ziva Cancun, it's usually rated as one of the top resorts in destination. It is absolutely beautiful. Food and beverage, we do have something, actually two very unique features at this resort. We have Tres Cerveza, which is a micro brewery. So how cool is that? So if you have any clients that like beer, like I love beer, Tres Cerveza, they can go and we have a brewmaster and it is a microbrewery. And then also other things other than beer there as well, but that's their specialty. And then if you're not so much into the beer, but maybe you've got a sweet tooth, we have Pastels, which is a restaurant that only serves dessert and candy and ice cream and cake, all the good stuff. So, and that's all part of the all-inclusive as well. So this really is a stunning property. Now, we do have something quite unique at the Hyatt Ziva Cancun. So as you know, Hyatt Ziva, that's an all ages property. However, we do have an adults only building. It's called the Turquoise Tower. And think of the Turquoise Tower as a boutique adults only resort within a larger all ages property. So this, when you arrive at the Hyatt Ziva and you're a Turquoise guest, you're actually taken to the Turquoise Tower and you have your own lobby and check-in area. This is where you will meet your butler because all of the Turquoise rooms come with a butler. And I actually never thought that I was really a butler kind of person. I'm like, I'm pretty simple. Like, what am I going to need a butler for? I stayed here and I really got used to having a butler. It was kind of amazing. So it's just another level of service. Anything I wanted or needed, I would just send my butler a WhatsApp, and it was amazing. All of the rooms are ocean facing. All of the Turquoise rooms have the jacuzzi on the balcony. And the best part is Turquoise guests have exclusive use of Punta Vista pool and premium bar. So that's that couple in the photo. That is Punta Vista. And this is a rooftop bar that has $1 million views. And there's a premium bar up here. And this is exclusively for Turquoise guests. So keep that in mind for those clients looking for an adults only experience in the most beautiful location. So I've got some news to share with you about the Hyatt Zilara Cancun. So this resort closed, well, just over a year ago. I think it closed at the end of February last year because we're doing a complete renovation of this property. And to be honest with you, I was surprised when I heard that we were going to renovate it because I thought it was already amazing as it was. But they have decided they want to bring this resort to the next level. So I do have some photos that I'm going to share with you, renderings to give you a little idea because we're very close to opening. I believe, oh no, I can't. I think it's May 1st is the opening date. If I'm wrong, I'll have Antoinette correct me, but I'm pretty sure it is May 1st is when this resort is going to open. Now, one of the things I love about this property is all of the rooms are ocean facing. So none of the rooms face the lagoon in the back, and the beach in front of this resort is phenomenal. But here's some of those renderings I wanted to share with you. So everything is being redone, including that big, beautiful lobby with the super high ceilings. All of that's being redone. All the guest rooms are being redone. And again, remember, all the rooms are ocean facing at this resort. So none of the rooms are facing the back of the property. And this is opening very soon. One more hotel to talk to you about, and that is the Sunscape Cancun. So this resort previously was the Wyndham Ultra Cancun, by the way. And then once we became part of Hyatt, this resort was rebranded over to a Hyatt brand, which is the Sunscape. This is a phenomenal property. It's actually located directly next door to the Hyatt Zilara Cancun. So it has that incredible beachfront location. I just had a travel agent return from this resort, and she said she never went into the pool once because the water in front of the this resort was so incredible. They spent their whole time at the beach and in the ocean. But this resort is a great family property, not exclusively family. We get a kind of a mix of everybody at this resort, but a lot of families because it does have a beautiful kids club. And I can't believe I used the word beautiful to describe a kids club, but it really is a gorgeous little spot. Actually, not even that little. It's quite a large kids club, and there's an outdoor area, and there's also a teen club, very good teen club at this resort. So if you have clients that have kids and they want them to be super busy and just have the best time, they will have lots to do here. Also, this resort has family junior suites. So that's that bottom right-hand photo. So these rooms are exactly the same size as the regular rooms, but instead of where the sofa usually is, they've put in a bunk bed with a trundle at the bottom that pulls out. So it creates 3 single beds for the kids and the teenagers. And who doesn't love a bunk bed? I loved those when I was a kid. And then we also have, just in case you're wondering what that top left-hand photo is, that is Our Lady of Guadalupe, which is a Catholic chapel, which is perfect for destination weddings. They do need to be Catholic weddings at that chapel, but we also have lots of other other venues for weddings, including gazebos and rooftop venues and beach spots, and so lots of places to get married. And of course, we do destination weddings at all of our properties. So we got through that part. Oh, we're doing really good for time, so I can slow down a little bit now because we've kind of done our product updates. We've gone through Jamaica, Dominican Republic, Mexico, talked about all of our resorts. And now I'm going to talk about the Confidant program. So if you remember, when we were Playa Resorts, we used to have a program called Agent Cash Plus. That program has now pretty much ended, and it is being replaced by the Confidant program because we're part of Hyatt now. We're part of the Hyatt Inclusive family. So I recently did my training on Confidant. So they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. That's wrong, because I'm actually learning a lot right now because I've been learning all of the tricks and tips with the Confidant program. And there's something that I love about this program that I'm noticing a lot of travel agents in my territory don't necessarily know about. So I'm going to share that with you, and you are going to love it. But let me walk you through the site. So first of all, you're going to want to log in, and you just enter your username and your password. And just so you know, I'm going to warn you right now, you will be asked to authenticate. So every time you log into Confidant, you will be asked to authenticate. So have your cell phone ready. And I do it by phone because then I just get a text with a 6-digit code and I enter it. So it will ask you every time. It's actually really good, I think, that they do this because there's points, and there's a lot of information here that's specifically for travel agents. So we don't want anything to happen to any of that important information. So that's why you are asked to authenticate. But once you do that, you are in the program. And I'm a very visual person, so I'm going to walk you through it. And I can tell that I'm signed in because up at the top it says Welcome Freddie. So the first thing that I wanted to point out is we have a rewards program. So every time you book a Hyatt Inclusive property, you're going to want to get into the habit of going to rewards and entering your booking. And tour operator bookings qualify because I'm assuming a lot of your bookings will be made through our tour operator friends, and those are qualify for the rewards program. So it's just an extra step to do. It is really important. It only takes a couple of minutes, but this is the way Antoinette and I and your BDM, we can see your business. And if you're booking us, we want to know about it. We want to have access to that. So please make sure you're reporting all of your bookings, and there's lots of different rewards available for travel agents. Then you'll notice there's education. This is where we have online courses. So Antoinette and I are just kind of scratching the surface with information today. But if you go to education, that's where you can take online courses. And it's very important to take all the courses because you do get access to the best travel agent rates if you are taking all the courses. Also, once you've taken the courses, there will be a yearly refresher. Make sure you do it in a timely fashion because if you miss the deadline to do your yearly refresher, you will have to take all the courses again. So keep on top of that. I took all the courses. I scheduled pretty much a whole week for me to do all these courses, and I finished them all in one morning. So it was a lot faster than I thought. So don't let that intimidate you, but go in and take those. Advisor travel, this is where you're wanting to get those travel agent rates. But I promised I was going to share something that is going to blow your mind, and I'm going to show you that right now. So if you click over here on the right under resources, you will get a little drop-down menu. There's lots of great information on here. This is where you can find information about weddings. If you needed to contact us, that's where you're going to get all that information, frequently asked questions. But what I want to show you is right there, where that arrow is pointing, where it says more resources. I want you to click there and then click on this. So this window will come up, scroll down just a little bit, and then click on View Media Site. And once you do that, a new window will open. Bookmark this page because remember how I was saying every time you log into the Hyatt Inclusive Collection, you have to authenticate? You don't have to authenticate on this media site, okay? So just get there, bookmark it, and then you won't have to authenticate to get in. You won't even have to sign in to get in. But wait till I show you everything that's available once you get to this page. The first thing is look at that at the bottom, America's Resort Contacts. So this is our resort contacts for all of our resorts. So let's say you make a booking to one of the Hyatt Inclusive properties and you needed to contact the hotel. Maybe you have a special request. Maybe they're celebrating a special birthday or an anniversary, or who knows what reason you need to contact the resort. This is where you have full access to every person at the resort. So it will show you the general manager, the director of sales, the spa manager, food and beverage manager with their email, with their name and email. And you are free to contact them. Probably the people you'll be contacting most, I wouldn't necessarily ever contact the general manager. I think you would be contacting mostly probably the director of sales or the tour and travel sales managers. Those are the people that I'm usually contacting at the resorts, and there would probably be your main contacts. But that's where you can find all of that information at your fingertips. We are adding the Playa Legacy properties, all those properties that Antoinette and I just talked about, they are being added to this very shortly. That will be done. But I want to show you a couple of other things. If you kept scrolling down on that page that you bookmarked, you're going to see all of the different brands. So you're going to see Secrets, Dreams, Breathless, but maybe you have a client that has a question about one of these properties and you don't know the answer and you want to find out right away. You would just click where it says View Resources. So there's each brand is there. So let's use the Hyatt Vivid as an example. Let's say we are going to book the Hyatt Vivid Playa del Carmen, and you want to send your client some photos, or maybe they have some specific questions about the resort. I would just click right there where it says View Hyatt Resources, and you will get this page. First thing that you're going to notice is we're going to have our logos there for you. So if you were doing a flyer, or I don't know, for whatever reason you might need a logo, this is where you download them. This is also where we have the photos of all of the resorts and lots of different photos. So maybe your clients are curious, what is the beach like at the Hyatt Vivid Playa del Carmen? This is where you can access photos and you can send those to your client. Now, the thing that I really like about this system is you don't have to download the photo and then attach the photo. You can actually get a link and just put the link in an email. So you're not bogging down anybody's email, and it's just a link and they'll go directly to that photo. Also the same thing for videos. Maybe you're doing a consumer show or you just want to send a video to a client. This is where you have access to all of that. But now this next thing that I'm going to show you, I love. This is resort product guides. They have one of these product guides for every hotel. So remember, it's done by destination or by brand. So these would be all the destination guides or product guides for Hyatt Vivid, but then we'll also have them for all the other brands. These product guides are basically like a fact sheet on steroids. They're like 25 to 30 pages and very organized and well organized. There's a table of contents. So depending on what question you're looking for, it's super easy to find that information. An example of that, I had a travel agent who was asking me if they could bring a dog to one of our resorts. And I didn't know offhand, so I referred here. And sure enough, there is the policy for dogs listed here. Really any kind of question. Now, one travel agent asked, can I send these to my clients? I wouldn't. Like, it's a boring document with 30 pages. It's really geared for you to be able to answer questions that your clients are throwing at you. Also, if you scroll down at the bottom, that is where we have the fact sheet. So that is what you could send your client, because that's a nice, colorful, just a 2-page, everything they need to know. There's also resort maps. I get that question a lot. And this is where you would access those resort maps as well. So that site is pretty phenomenal. We're waiting now. Oh, actually, we're already on this screen. Oh, we're doing really good for time. So we will have some time for Q&A. I just wanted to explain our BDM coverage before I jump into that. So we are merging the two teams. So we're right in the process of Playa Resorts merging into Hyatt Inclusive. So we are anxiously awaiting to find out what our new territories are going to be. And I hear that this information should be coming out fairly soon, where we'll be one big Hyatt Inclusive team. And we won't have Playa as a separate. But for now, this is what we call the legacy Playa. So all of the resorts we were just talking about that used to be Playa, this is your BDM coverage. So Jennifer Bell, holy crow, I think she needs a raise. Look at that massive territory. I thought I had a big territory. Jennifer Bell has got a huge territory. Then we've got our beautiful Antoinette, who has the mid-central area. Kelvin Russell is southeast. And then Bianca is our inside sales, plus she covers a small territory as well. And then Sonia Nunez is our specialty accounts. Those are our phone numbers and our email addresses. Notice they all say at Hyatt.com now. And then if you are in Canada, I have Western Canada, so Manitoba to BC. If you're in Ontario, I'm sure you probably already know the amazing Brian Joseph. And then Quebec and Atlantic is Orelvis Vigoa is covering those territories. And we have about 15 minutes left, so we really powered through there. So I'm wondering if we have any questions that have come up.
Well, we sure have. So I'm going to read some out, Antoinette, the ones that you didn't get to. Is that okay if you want to keep going? It's up to you.
Yes, you can keep going. You
Okay,
can do that.
great. Amazing. So I just want to say, first of all, before I get to that, tons of great comments, amazing comments. Everyone is so happy with the changes, how simple things are. I love you've got that whole media area, the toolkit, if you will, for everyone. Like Freddie, you said you can look up if they allow a dog. Like everything is there at your fingertips. And it's also on the Spoiled Agent supplier page. So you just go to spoiledagent.com and you just go down to hotels and you're going to click on the Hyatt World of Inclusive Collection and you're going to get everything there. Okay. So it's also important to become confidant. You want to become a confidant advisor so you can get your rewards and everything like that and all the trainings for sure. So, lots of great comments. People are saying hi, Freddie, and people are saying hi, Antoinette. They're all saying hello to you guys, which I love.
Hello, everyone.
Okay, so Dawn on Zoom said, did you say that the Dreams La Romana had a casino?
Antoinette did say that. It is a very small casino, but
It's
there
a
is,
casino.
it's over by the convention center, isn't it, Antoinette?
Yes, but it's a casino. You can gamble. You can get that fix satisfied, no problem.
Okay. I just want to say, over on Facebook, I see some new eyes on Facebook, some new eyes. If you're just joining us on Facebook only, not Zoom, guys, please add your email in the comments so we know you're here and to qualify for the prize, not for Zoom. I see that, Paul has definitely added his name, his email, Ethel, Arlene, just to name a few, but we've got so many people on live on Zoom, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, and YouTube, of course. So amazing. Okay, Jen on Zoom said, I have a question. If a couple's getting married at the Zilara Cap Cana, are children allowed to attend the wedding if they're staying at the Ziva?
What a great question. And the answer is yes, because all of the wedding venues are on the Ziva side. So they specifically did that. So the beautiful wedding gazebos and everything, they're over on the Ziva side so that families with kids can attend. If you were having a wedding that is purely adults only with no kids, there would be some stuff that they could do over on the Solara side, but most of the venues are on the Ziva side.
Okay, great. Okay, and Tatiana said, can you suggest a person who can help us with who's doing groups and events, who can help us look for maybe a larger location, all-inclusive family? Is there anyone they can reach out to?
Yeah, probably. I'm not sure where Tatiana's located, but I would reach out to your BDM. So whoever, and maybe what I'll do is I'll go back a couple slides here so you can see. If you're in the US, you would find your state and find your corresponding BDM. And then same thing in Canada, and just reach out to us. We also, because we have a lot of tools available for you to access. So probably best just to reach out to your BDM.
Okay, great. Okay, so Charles is asking on Zoom, for any of the resorts, is there a fee for the specialty restaurants?
For the most part, no. However, there's always a couple little exceptions, right? So, for example, at the Hyatt, Ziva, and Zilara Cap Cana, they have this amazing restaurant that is like a hidden speakeasy, and it's a whole, like, you
Ooh.
walk in and it's not just a restaurant, it's like an entertainment event that you're going to. That there would be, well, it's included in certain top suite categories, but then that could be available to purchase if you're not in one of the suite categories that included it. That would be the only one at that resort. It's not very often that we will have that, but and I know there's a restaurant called the Chef's Plate that we have at the Hyatt Vivid Playa del Carmen. That same situation, that's included for top category rooms, but if you were in a lower category that didn't include it, you could purchase that restaurant. But vast majority of the restaurants, there's no extra charge.
Okay, great. And just a lot of people are asking questions about the reps. I know you said there's going to be some changes. You guys always check the spoiledagent.com site. Of course, you go to hotels and you're going to click on World of Hyatt Inclusive Collection, and all the reps updates, we update them as they send the pages. So always check that because things can change at any time. All
Right.
right. Let's see here. We're just moving along here. We're going to try to motor through these before we finish in the hour. Sherry's asking, how's the beach at the Hyatt Vivid?
The beach is good. It just depends on the time of the year. So, and it really varies significantly. So I've been there where the beach is super wide and absolutely gorgeous. And then I'll go 2 weeks later and it's a little bit of a smaller beach. So it just kind of depends on the tides and the time of year. I find that the beach is usually smaller or, not as wide, usually in the fall, sort of in the rain, like, in that August, September time period. So, the beach there kind of varies a little bit depending on the time of the year. If you have clients that want amazing beach, I actually would recommend Cancun because the beach there is always beautiful, or Dominican Republic would be a great option as well at any of the resorts we talked about there. Although the beach at Hyatt Vivid is very nice, but you just never know what you're going to get.
Hands up, hands up, hands up over here. I have something to add to that. Excellent job, Freddie. But there is a reason why, and I want to share this part with you. Hyatt Vivid Playa del Carmen is located beside the world's second largest barrier reef, guys. So as a scuba diver, that is speaking real good dive language to me. Because of that reef, the beach comes and goes. That is the culprit. It's a natural occurrence, right? So that's going to be the case for all of the hotels in that general Playa del Carmen vicinity region. So I will say, compared to other resorts on that beach, we do sustain a really good amount of beach throughout the year, from what the team members have given us back as a feedback. But I do appreciate that because I know for a fact phenomenal snorkeling is right there. Some amazing dive centers or sites, once again, is right there. And diving is an extra excursion, but you can have it arranged. They do have a full dive school, a dive center. You can get your certifications done during your vacation. It is dive paradise. So I know it's not the favorite beach spot like Cancun and Cap Cana, but it does have a flair to it that gives you a really, different type of an oceanside experience that I appreciate. And I would suggest you come visit when we do our fam trips and take a look for yourselves. Just wanted to add that part, Freddie, because there's a
I'm
little
glad
jewel to that, amazing beach as well that I want us to always keep in mind when we're proposing our clients to the right location.
I'm glad you shared that. And I keep forgetting that you're a diver.
Oh my
I'm
gosh, love
I'm a
it.
snorkeler, but I haven't dived yet. So one of these
I'm just going to
days.
head over to Facebook. There's a couple questions here just while we continue typing those. Susan said on Facebook, and I love the name Susan. When is a yearly deadline to avoid retaking the classes?
Um, I don't know. Do you know that one, Antoinette? You might have to go to the Q&A section for that. We're not quite experts on
I
that part of it yet.
yeah, I would suggest contacting the sales team at HIC or your HIC BDM. I did do my courses as Freddie mentioned, and I didn't really see a renewal or any requests for that. I guess as courses come out, you'll get notifications to take them and just keep your status up to date by keep taking courses as we put them out. So now online, you do have the Hyatt Ziva Zilara brand courses on there. I would suggest you guys go online, get familiarized, and Hyatt Vivid Playa del Carmen is also there already as courses as well too.
Okay. Dana on Zoom said, "Can the Hyatt Zilara be booked now for the dates after opening?"
Yes. And there's a
Okay.
grand opening special right now too.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, there's a sale.
Joanne said product guidelines would be really helpful to add into each all the information about accessibility, categories, rooms, pictures of the room, bathrooms, that type of thing. So that's just a little
That's a
feedback.
great comment. That I love. Yeah, because that's so important. Because there's so many people that do require accessible suites and want to
Yes.
know how accessible the resorts are. So that's a great comment.
Debbie, hi Debbie on Zoom said, "Hi, I'm a little bit confused about the Hyatt Inclusive. Really, what does it mean? I thought Playa, AM Resorts, and Bahia, etc. are now part of Hyatt. Are they all being run separately?"
Yeah, well, so Hyatt decided a few years ago that they really saw the value in all inclusive and how popular all inclusive was. So a few years ago, they bought AM Resorts, and AM Resorts became World of Hyatt Inclusive, and now we are part of that as well. So it's Hyatt's all inclusive resorts. So pretty soon there won't be Playa, won't be separate. We're going to merge together, and we're just going to be Hyatt inclusive, and we're going to have what I love actually is we're going to have about 100 resorts, and there's so many different styles, really depending on what your clients are looking for, whether it's a family, whether they're looking for kind of a spa focused adults only experience. We're really going to have something for everybody with all of these different resorts. So that's what you're seeing here is Hyatt Inclusive Collection growing, and our team is growing.
And a great portfolio across for everyone, like you said, Freddie. Okay, so that kind of answered Jane. That's your question about Hyatt. Sorry about Bahia as well. Also, you mentioned Breathless, Zotary, Secrets are all part of you guys as well, correct?
Yeah, well, they're part of World of Hyatt Inclusive Collection. So for right now, Antoinette and I are only working with the Playa Legacy properties, which are all the ones we just talked about.
Yeah.
Any of the other Hyatt Inclusive properties, for now, you're going to go to your Hyatt Inclusive BDM. But we're very close to merging our two teams, and we'll be one big team soon.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, and you guys stay tuned for more information on that. Here at Spoiled Agent, we'll keep you updated, of course, on their pages, like I said earlier, for sure.
I
Okay,
know
and then,
it's a lot of changes happening, so we're working through it together.
right, for sure. Okay, so yeah, okay, so now there's a question about Bahia Principe, the loyalty points. So do they join into Hyatt or do they have to re-enter the points?
To be advised. We don't really know too much about that part of it yet.
Okay,
So to be advised.
okay, great. And how can somebody get more information on the Master Chef program?
I would reach out to your BDM, would probably be the best place to start.
Someone just said they're going to see Brian at conference. They're going to their conference next month.
Oh, that must be travel agent next door.
That's it. Oh, and then
Woo-hoo.
yep, everyone's saying they love all the reps. Brian's outstanding. Everyone's great. They love you.
Oh,
They love Sonia. People and are talking about Sonia as well. Talking about Freddie. Talking about Antoinette. Everyone. All the reps.
I'm telling
Orvilvius I
you,
saw popped on there too. So
we've got the best team, I think, best team out there. So very happy to be part of this
very
amazing team.
comprehensive. I mean, totally. I mean, for sure. Okay, Ronnie's asking with the merge with the play into the Hyatt, doesn't that mean that we're going to lose? I don't know. I'm not sure what that means, Ronnie. Oh, that's okay. Great things come with merges, I will tell you. Great things can come. It's always onward and upward for sure.
I
Okay,
agree.
so will the Hyatt oh, okay, this is good. So will the Bahia resorts be renovated? Do you think?
We haven't had any updates on Bahia yet.
Okay.
So, yeah, I can't actually answer any questions on Bahia yet.
Well, I can say I've
So,
learned a lot today. I really did. Just like hearing when things come together, you learn a lot. And I know it's a very fluid situation. Things change, things are moving, they're shaking. So just stand by. Of course, all the reps, Catherine just said, are amazing. And they look forward to whoever's out there with them. So that's great. And you guys are a great team. Antoinette, I'm just going to tell you, I know your little fingers were busy there. and you were behind the scenes. So we really help you. Thank you for helping us so we can end on time today because our spoiled agents across Canada and the US, they carved out this time to learn about the updates. And you guys did a great job. You're both amazing ambassadors for your
Mm,
brands. Like, bravo to you both.
thank
I know
you.
you're both icons as well. I know this for sure. So we're so happy we have you with us. And all of our spoiled agents. And don't forget, everyone's name has gone on into the pot, if you will, to actually get chosen for one of the two $50 gift cards. One's for Canada, one's for US. So if you get an email next week, because it's Friday, from Freddie or Antoinette, open it up because it's great news and someone's going to have a little shopping money there.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Susan. I just want to say you guys really are, one of the reasons that Freddie and I are here. You make the numbers move. I mean, without travel partners like everybody on this call, we would not be here. So we want to say thank you. We also want to say that, we are reopening some resorts. We're integrating our programs into Hyatt Confidant. There's just so much things happening on the Playa platform. Can't really speak to the Bahia Principe, Principe platform. So I would suggest speaking with your Bahia, BDM or sales team about what's happening in their world. But our world, we know a lot has gone on. So we just ask for your grace as we navigate most things. If you have any questions, please do not reach out to us. But most importantly, we need your support, especially for the resorts in Jamaica when they reopen and Hyatt Zilara Cancun as well. So I saw some requests for fam trips. We're going to be working on those hopefully soon as Freddie and I get into our new normal. You guys got two amazing presentations. My fast talking Jamaican voice and Freddie's cool, calm, and collective, make you want to think about stuff presentation skills. We want to say thank you for your time and look forward to working with all of you guys. Thank you so much.
Oh. And Freddie, Arlene on Facebook said, Freddie, she wants you to give her a call so you guys can get caught up. She'd love to hear from you.
Oh, well, call me. You got my number.
Arlene in Newfoundland. Awesome. Well, listen, guys, have
Oh,
a great Friday. And thank you again. Really great to see you all. Thanks again.